365, shake my hand and welcome to episode 2 of 365 Crypto. Think, trade, invest, and grow rich. My name is Leroy James, my series. If you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy. This is episode 2 where I break down what's going on in the crypto markets. I let you guys in on my portfolio, tell you what I'm buying, why I'm buying it. And we just break down a lot of things that have to do with the crypto market. We do it this way on Thursday so that we are up to date at least once a week. We keep track of portfolios. Episode 1 was how we got started, right? I taught you guys how to build a defensive portfolio. I told you what would be my top 10 picks if I was starting from scratch, building a defensive portfolio. And the things that I gave you guys in episode 1, please don't forget, they are yours to keep. So you really want to maintain that for the rest of your life. Dollar cost average into those particular assets. I also gave you guys a perspective on Bitcoin and where price is going. We did a quick Bitcoin back test where we were actually able to allocate and see that, okay, fine, when Bitcoin halving, what has historically happened over and over again for us to get a clear indication where I think the market is going in this new cycle, specifically for the year 2025. So please make sure you watch episode 1 of 365 Crypto. We also spoke about the liquidity crisis right now, what it's actually going to take in the market to get liquidity. Is it going to be Jerome Powell, which we now haven't seen PPI, CPI, and the inflation data that just keeps coming out? Most likely not, right? Most likely we're not getting the QE that the markets are desperate for in March. Markets need QE, but it's not going to come there. Is it Trump? That's harder to predict. I don't know, because man moves around market volatility. Maybe the best person to ask is Elon Musk. I don't know. Right. So we covered a lot of good stuff in episode 1. In episode 2 today, I want to continue in that journey. But now I want to talk about these beautiful, beautiful assets already on discount, right? I want to show you guys the stuff that I've been consistently buying since the first week of January, probably the 7th. My first buys were on the 5th week of Jan and then the 7th week of Jan. And by the way, when the market started to literally bash these assets, like really start to slaughter them, that's when this idea came about, because I know I'm going to be micromanaging my portfolio once a week. And I thought, why not record it every time I do that? So if you like what you've heard, shake my hand, stick around. This is 365 Crypto. Let's get started.
People are asking me whether or not I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. And I would like to just clarify that I am more bullish than ever on Bitcoin. If you want to be successful, then you adopt the Bitcoin standard. You buy Bitcoin, you hold Bitcoin, you support the Bitcoin protocol. You do not sell your Bitcoin.
I declare bankruptcy!
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
This is the breakout, and the breakout is going to be magnificent, absolutely magnificent. We're waiting and waiting for the breakout.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down! No!
Money. We just need liquidity. And I didn't even get to the liquidity part of today. Listen, about liquidity, look out for China. I brought it up in the war room. I'm bringing it up again. Everybody wants a weak dollar. Republicans want a weak dollar because that's what they do. But the whole world globally needs a weak dollar. Once we get a weak dollar, China will start to pull back on that tariffs war. It's a prediction, but I promise it's going to happen. Number 1. Number 2, when they do that, China is going to create QE. China will do QE. When China does QE, even if other people are doing QE, do you know why we had a crazy run in 2018? Nobody tells you this stuff. China started to stimulate their economy. As long as the banks start to create stimulus, I promise you, China's QE was one of the saving grace for the crypto market in 2017, 2018. All right. And now we're at a situation where we've got a strong dollar, but the Republican effect is in place that I've been teaching for 3 years. Okay, so this is just like right in front of you right now, if I'm sharing the right screen. This is basically a temperature check, right? I was actually working from the floor yesterday, and I was telling my team, the day the screen turns green and stays green, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, for 14 days straight, just know you've missed the bus, right? So, crypto on the hour is down. Crypto, if I go to live, right, there must be some uptick. This is what market correlation looks like. But if you look at it over the last hour, markets are slowly starting to bump around. If you look at it over the day, it's about 11 a.m. on the 18th of February. So today is the 18th of February that I'm making this video. That makes it a Tuesday. By the time you get this, it'll be Thursday, the 20th of February. Why is that important? Whatever I say, make sure you filter that in, that I'm looking at order values, order flows that are 2 days older than when you get this video, right? It probably won't affect you much because I use higher time frames like the daily chart, number one. Number two, 365 crypto, by the way, is really designed for people looking to do long-term investing. You could trade, absolutely, you could trade these assets as well, but it's really just for long-term building. So it really shouldn't matter if you get the video 3 days, if I'm recording 3 days before Thursday, even a week before Thursday, it wouldn't change too much, right? So on like much more on a daily time frame scale, you can see, markets are still recovering. And then we're now midweek coming out of Valentine's. We've got some 2, 3, 4 clear winners. I think cake is the only popular tick here, and on the month to month, looking from, end of February, end of January, into February right now, you can see, overall the market is down, right? The market is down. And for me, that's always been a good thing. I won't even lie to you. In my last war room 95, I spent so much time. I started to rush through my thought process. So if you've watched that, then this is a second chance for you to refine my thought process to you. You have to have a way to buy your life before you statistically expire. That was the whole point of that table. And the way to do that is to have a system, multiple systems, multiple financial vehicles that just double. They just double the money. How do I turn $1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64, and so forth and so forth. That's the game, all right? And this has been one of my easiest methods. And I used the low bar amount of $1 million US, right? It's like, it's the lowest. It's not a lot of money. It's not extreme comfortability, but it gets the bare minimum done if you are debt free, if you don't have extra accounts. If you don't have anything pulling at that money, then yeah, 1 point something million, I think it was $1 million US and 24,000, 1 and 24,000. I can't remember the exact amount, right? But it translated to about 19 million rands, South African rands, which translated to 37,000 rands a month, of 444,000 rands a year, right? If we're doing the conversions, right? So you need to have a bare minimum portfolio like that. That's portfolio 1. Portfolio 2 could be on other assets, complete diversification. That's when you get into real estate. You can get a couple of houses, you can get some rental going, you can get bond buying going in there, like that. Don't stop doubling your money. The problem with most of you is you spend more than you invest, you spend more than you save, and you live way above your means, right? And I'm not your mommy. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not your financial advisor, actually. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm just here to give you some education. Everything I'm about to say involves some risk, right? So the markets are, doing whatever it is that they've been doing, right? And this is it. If you look at the stocks markets, right, some Nasdaq was breaking, S&P 500. We spoke about it in the war room. I saw some bullishness. US 30 is the only indice that I'm waiting for to actually fall first before I jump into a very heavy buy. But overall, on the month to month, your stocks are doing quite well. So there's a little bit of risk appetite, right, in the markets, right? This is the futures market because the stock market isn't open, so it's not going to show me much. But on the week to week, you can see, not too bad, right? So let's go back to crypto. And really what I want to focus on is just to give you guys more. So in 365 crypto, I'm going to build the back end, right? The back end information that you need to have, right? So we're going to start here. These are chia seeds, not like I backwash and there's red in my water. All right, so look at this. I found this very interesting. I'm going to go 15 years. I'm going to go 15 years. I'm going to look at the long-term perspective. You're looking at an incredible trend line. So this is the crypto market cap. So the value of the actual crypto market. And then the blue lines literally is the actual value of the crypto market at any given point in time, historically till today. The green line is our upper band trend line. So we want to see what happens every time price arrives there. The red line is fair value. So, according to the markets exactly, is price overvalued? Some of you guys like using those indicators that tell you when an asset is oversold, undersold. The red line represents fair value, right? So if you look at this thing here, this incredible chart, and I've gone, I'm using a logarithmic regression model, number one. Number two, I'm looking at it every 15 years, which is the highest time frame I want, because, it's almost always better to see the bigger picture. We can see that price hit, the upper band here. I'll put that in as about, say, 2011, hit the upper band again in 2013, that's correct, and hit the upper band again in about 2017, 2018. Just want to be precise. So December, January 2018. And every time we've had this upper band, what happens? The real winter is coming, right? And we ain't no Jon Snow. So we're not going to wake, we're not going to die in the markets and then get resurrected for nothing. We're going to plan ahead here. So a couple of times when markets hit that green upper band, markets fall. So with this in mind, we are going to go to the Bitcoin chart, have a look at what's going on, when and how. Then I'm going to build my thesis, right? So we already have a defensive portfolio in episode 1. That psychologically should remove pressure from me. All right. It tells me that no matter what happens with the rest of my portfolio, as long as I keep rotating money into my defensive portfolio, I'm going to balance out. I'm not going to be in as much pain as a lot of people, right? I'm going to be able to handle and weather the storm. But in episode 1, we spoke about the Bitcoin curve, and we said, well, there's about 518 to 569 days after Bitcoin halving where Bitcoin falls. All right. And then we say we're looking at the last financial quarter of 2025, where we can actually start to expect Bitcoin dominance really falling, maybe to be in line with some type of market liquidity. I don't know. But then that's when we can start to see, other things going up. So altcoin season, I'm not saying altcoin season is on pause until the last financial quarter of the year. I'm saying in episode 1, I taught you how to almost predict when Bitcoin will peak, create a peak supply and start to fall, so that your charts look like this. So adding to that layer of information, I'm going to come to this chart that I'd already started working on. Then I thought, now I'll stop. I'll do it with you. We're going to do it together, right? So this is Bitcoin on the governing time frame. Look at her, looking pretty. Accumulation, explosion. Accumulation, explosion. Take profit, explosion. Take profit, crisis, crash. Accumulation, sideways movement, bullish flag, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to see, explosion, sideways movement, PCP, potential continuation pattern. What's next, right? And that's the question I get a lot in my inbox, right? Leroy, where's price going now? I said it in the video. Yes, the video was too long, but it's well worth understanding and watching the stuff so you can do this yourself, right? So where's price going? And just a disclaimer, I'm talking to you guys about investing, but we can very well, I trade these things. I love trading my crypto. If you're going to trade crypto, try, but I'm not even going to push a single broker. I'm simply giving you information. Try by all means to trade crypto on a crypto platform. There's nothing wrong with trading crypto on your brokers where you trade your Forex, indices, and stocks, but you don't get the full functionality, and you also don't get access to the full sweeps, right? So crypto is done well on crypto platforms, right? Try and keep your home separate like that, okay? This is interesting, right? So let's go back to, and I just switched through my screw. I hope you guys can. Yeah, okay, fine. This is easier because I'm sharing everything on one screen. I'm just double checking what you guys can see. Yeah, boy. All right, cool. So you can see my Bitcoin chat. Apologies for that. And then when I move to the crypto dominance chart or the crypto trend line chart, yeah, you can see that too. All right, I just had to double check that because once I go, I don't stop. All right. So in front of you right now is this. So let's quickly get these dates down together. So the first time price hit this thing, they were really looking at about 5 July or 5 June. Let's see, 9 June 2011. I'm talking about the very first time, there was a touch there and then price fell. So I'm going to write that down for us and we're going to go back in. So I'm just going to put the month of June. We don't even have to go to the specific date. June 2011, and the next time price came up there, we had a little bit of a touch, and that's looking very close. I'm just trying to get the last, so about say December 2013. I'm happy with that, December 2013. And we can look at the market cap if you want as well. So if you want to look at the total value. So the total value of June 2011, crypto market cap was only 185 million US dollars. All right. And then there was a big crash. And then markets came back to the same band. So say from 2013 to 2011, and about 2 years later, price is back here in December. Just before price falls, the market cap is now 14 billion US dollars. Why are we doing this, by the way? Why are we doing 365 crypto? Because the world is becoming more digital every single day. Because cryptocurrency adoption is twice the speed of the internet. We are all on the internet. We're all on social media, YouTube, Instagram. Some of you are getting hit by cars because you're doing TikTok videos. All right. That's how internet has you by the cojones. Now, I'm saying to you that the cryptocurrency adoption rate is twice that speed. It's like a culture. We all used to have Blackberries. That was the Blackberry culture, Samsung or Blackberry, whatever, across the world. Once upon a time, most of you now are part of the Apple culture. Apple is the biggest company in the world. It has the GDP of almost most countries put together, right? That's how much it's worth. And I'm saying cryptocurrency adoption is twice the speed. So one day, these charts are going to become so parabolic because everybody's on them. But the digitization of the world and using these as an everyday exchange value means the less you're in the game, the more you're being left behind. Right. So it'll stop being just a social theory. It'll stop being a newsline tag. It'll stop being a leftist socialist slogan that the rich get rich and the poor get poor if you don't get your skin in the game. This is literally how you change your life. Not today. The markets are down today, but getting in today guarantees that when the markets go up, they pick you up with it. It's very simple. It's very simple. Anyways, 2 years later, the market cap has created crazy exponential growth. 186 million market cap, total market cap. All of a sudden, we're looking at about 14 billion US dollars, around about December, November, right? And then, that's December 2013. And then the last touch of the upper band is right here in about January 2018, from 100 and something billion to $500 billion US dollars by 2018. If you look right now, we are nowhere close to the upper band today in 2025. In fact, we are trailing below the fair value. Can I make this bigger for you? Yes, I can. Right. That is how, okay, maybe that was a bit dramatic. I apologize. Right, look at this. We are trailing below the fair market value. We are not by the upper band where markets are like, euphoria is just too much, it's time to crash. No. We're actually below fair market value at 3 point something trillion. Yeah. Okay. So if this is not enough to convince you to get into crypto markets because your grandma got scammed, blah, 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 whatever, then, there's nothing I can do to help you. Right. So we've got these 3 dates where price hit the upper band. Let's quickly go to our charts and work this magic. Right. So the first time we said, and you'll agree, we said about 2011, and I think we said June. Did we say June, or why do I have November? And now I'm just confusing myself. Let's have a look here. Sabotage myself. I think it's too big. Let's go back to 100%. There we go. What did I do? Yeah, reset the Zoom, please. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties always mean perfect time for you to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah? Yes, no? Can you repeat? Oh, that's what happened. All right. So every time I do that, There. So I'm looking for this. Did we say June or November? Did I? Okay, it's definitely June. Where did I get November from? Right. Okay, I got November because earlier on I was not using the 15 mark. Right. So let's find June in the markets. Then we're going to find the next one. Apologies for that. Right. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to leave it there, actually. Let's find June. So June of 2011 is somewhere there when Bitcoin was close to nothing. Literally just got done giving birth. And you can see, markets are trying to pick up, right? But even then, if I clear up my chart, you're going to see when price touches that upper band, beautiful drop. You see that? You see, June is the last green candle with that I marked in front of you, price drops. You saw that, right? Okay, the next one we said was about December 2013. So there's the white one there for November. So between the month of November and December was the second one. The second time price touches the upper band here is 2013, November, December. You saw that for yourselves. I'm doing this because if I don't do this with you and just put out blogs and tell you things and you don't know how to back test and see this for yourself, you most likely would not believe me. I also want to be in a position to say I told you so. I won't even lie. I'm that petty. I'm petty like that because it's hours of research that create a 2-hour video sometimes. Years of losing money and making money that create a video that's too long for you guys sometimes, right? So look at this. There it is there, 2013. Price touched the upper band, drop. Everyone gets confused about crypto markets. Everybody starts doing dumb stuff. When market prices start to move fast or slow in either direction, most people don't have footing in the game. They don't have a foundation. So this is what I'm building. All right, cool. The next one that we wrote down was 11 January, February 2018. You remember the great market crash of 2018. Everybody remembers this one. This is when some of us got very conscientized into crypto. I wish, for the sake of my children's children, I had been awake during these decades. I wish I knew what to do. I wish I had a Leroy in my life who I actually listened to. Maybe there was, and I just wasn't listening, all right? Maybe I didn't have that mature comprehension, didn't have the power of discernment, wasn't even seeking out this type of wisdom then. But here I was paying attention. Right, so we got another drop when price hit there, 2018. I'm going to explain to you why this is happening, right? And since then, price has struggled. So we see that, the more parabolic price has been, price has struggled to go back there. We can even use this area here. Let's see what happens if we highlight it nicely. Might not work out. All right, then what? Right, so somewhere here at the top is May 2021, where price doesn't make it, but then falls, and then markets make it back there to November 2021. Let's go back to our chart, and you'll see like markets did try, but really not much. I'm pretty sure it's this stuff here. You see this stuff here? Just like that. May, March, April, May 2021. There it is there. Price comes up there and falls. Then I said what? Price came back in November 2021. It's right there. Guys, once you understand that markets are readable, which is what we're doing, you can become profitable, right? You should be selling like crazy as a trader in the exchanges here, while buying like crazy as an accumulator, investor in your safe wallets, cold wallets, preferably. But once you understand that, and then now let me tell you something. Here, we are below fair value. Price is parabolic on the charts here. Price is acting as if it's heading towards that green band. We are going higher and higher, but we're actually below fair value. Why? We need more liquidity to go up. And that's where we ended in episode 1, right? So shake my hand one more time. Let's get cracking here, right? So there are a couple of things that I want you to understand about this, the cycle that I'm incorporating to how I'm moving in the markets. A couple of things that I hope to God you'll write down, study, come back to, etc., etc. And I pray that I myself am good enough at explaining them the way they need to be explained in the 1 hour that I have here with you today. Believe it or not, I am rushing to go watch my little boy play soccer, and he really sucks. He sucks at soccer. He's great at chess, but you can't choose, right? You can't choose. You just gotta show up and support, right? So beautiful day today. Very, very free. A lot of free time on my hands today. So I thought I'd do this with you quickly, right? So this is interesting. All right. So the first thing is in 2017 here. By the way, before we continue. XRP. Let's talk XRP quickly. XRP is the only coin I left out in that defensive portfolio by mistake. You would be amiss to not include XRP in your defensive portfolio. I've seen what your gurus have said for the last 10, 15 years. I've heard all your gurus who said XRP would never make it to $1, $2, $3. I heard them. And then I came on camera and I told you, don't be silly, buy this thing. I've heard all your gurus say the supply this and do the math in front of you, make a little cute TikTok. I've seen them. I see what you see too. And it's got nothing to do with what I'm about to tell you, right? So please open your ears of understanding. XRP, if you listen to me and if you got my, what is it called? Wealth in 3-year program or something like that. This was on page 2 or 3 of that document I sent years ago. This was before XRP was even close to $2. And I said, first, we returned to $2. This is years ago. 2021, that's when we got to $2. And then I say, there might be a pullback, and then we're going to $3.50. If anyone has a copy of that, I can't find it. A dated copy of when I sent that email. It had to be during COVID. It had to be during COVID. And you are buying this thing that was trading at 17 cents, 20 cents. And I say this in episode 1, and I'm telling you this stuff all the time because I know you don't do logical interpretation of my words. Logical interpretation is going to do it. I'm not telling you to do it. It's not financial advice. I'm just educating you. Right. Listen carefully here. XRP is one of the things you must add to your defensive portfolio. You must be dollar cost averaging into it all the time. You must match it. You must match XRP. All right. Why? Well, here are a couple of reasons why, or why I'm going to do it, since I can't tell you what to do with your money. And I shouldn't. Right. Let me just pull this up nicely and adjust my microphone, and then we can rock here. Right. So XRP. Okay. First of all, we've broken all-time highs, so I'm going to remove this line. Just that I never want to, make a miss. This was the 400% I was telling you guys about in Jan this year. This exploded. I literally, I was on holiday until like the 15th of Jan, right? So I don't go in and out of my portfolio checking. And I really was pleasantly surprised at how green it looked, right? And you can imagine the accumulation that's been happening over the years for those of us who are disciplined. I say to you guys, some of you guys have cell phone plans. I'm not going to repeat myself, right? If you've got something in your life where the bank takes 300, 400 rands, 30 US dollars, which is about 600 rands, 30 US dollars a month into some payment plan that you have, match it. Pay yourself back by investing in this stuff. It will pay you back, bro. Right? Anyways, look at this. So XRP has done well. Yes. Got lots of problems, blah, 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 the supply, this supply, that, blah, 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 blah. A lot of people are holding it already, It's got those issues. Okay, fine. But I'm telling you, as a part of your defensive token, I would really strongly advise you start accumulating on this thing before we leave you, right? I'm going to delete this now because I don't need it anymore, right? Everything that I said was going to happen has happened. Where's 350? There we go. We stopped at 341. You have to understand that to be able to miss a prediction by 9 cents is insane, and hold it for over 4 years. It's absolutely insane. Right now, SEC has removed Ripple lawsuit number 1 from its website. I was alerted to that by actually one of my colleagues. So that's already in itself some bullish news, right? They have to move on. You have to move on at some point. You can't be that ex who's still calling after 4 years, right? They don't want you. You're not going to win this. They've removed it. But 80%, and this is the real thing, 80% of Japan's banks, right? Japan's banks are set to embrace XRP for global payments this year in 2025. Now, Japan is the world's most technologically advanced crypto-based country. In terms of it's more crypto green, it's more crypto friendly, really, as far as I can tell, generally speaking, right? And they want to put 80% of Japanese global payments on the XRP network. This is a massive bull signal for the world, right? Legacy banks will be watching this stuff in America, in Europe, in London. Legacy banks will be watching who moves first and how Japan moves and how they make money off this, and they will take it as a way forward. I'm almost certain of it, and I'll explain why. But if this is so, and legacy banks are watching for this, Japan will now become, which is basically already the country for lenders. Remember, Japan has always kept their yen low so that globally you can borrow and then go invest it somewhere else to get that interest rate on what you've borrowed as a return, right? So Japan already has that reputation. They have a stringent, deviant way of doing things, okay? Now, a CBOE submitted XRP EFT applications to SEC, and this came from Wisdom Tree, Bitwise, 21 shares, and Canary, meaning rather than buying XRP directly right now, which is what we've been doing, all right, very soon, a lot of people will be able to buy it from their broker, all right, getting all the protection that comes to it. Remember, brokers are regulated. So right now, we just buy XRP as is directly from where we're buying it from. But as soon as these guys get the XRP ETF, and remember, ETFs can take time. It's a process. It's a beautiful process. And sometimes when ETFs come out, markets don't always explode. When the Bitcoin ETF came out, markets exploded. When the Ethereum ETF came out, hello, no one cared, right? So just be careful of that. But all these are incredible steps forward. When it comes to regulation, when it comes to bullish signals, these are the strides that are being made in XRP right now, right? So to make it safer to buy, and generally speaking, an ETF approval would really be beneficial to that. The last big thing here is XRP, all right, / Ripple. Ripple's integration into SWIFT payments. SWIFT is literally the backbone of globalization, or the backbone of how can I put this? Of global financial systems, all right, on a day-to-day basis. So I mean, this country, when I say money to that country, as a country, we want to import so many things. And when we're importing these things, we have to pay that other country. All of that is going through the SWIFT system. SWIFT is a global financial payment system. It is responsible, fact check me, for literally handling 150 $150 trillion, I think. I don't know. I'll check that. I'll double check that, right? Per day or per year. $150 trillion per year. I am absolutely certain that's the number. $150 trillion per year, right? So a little bit of this transaction here, these global transactions, import-export transactions, individual transactions, it's all being done on the SWIFT system. Now, if you integrate Ripple into that, that is the type of crypto use value adoption we want to see in some of these tokens. All right, and crypto is giving this to us. All right, XRP, sorry, is giving that to us. Now, the global GDP, just to give you an example, the global, I'm talking every single country, is about $105 trillion per year, which means the SWIFT market, the payment market, is bigger than every country's GDP put together. Global payment space is insane. And if Ripple was to get integrated into that, it would literally mean everything becomes faster and cheaper. And that's the use value of Ripple, right? XRP. So really, logically, this thing is at, say, 2.5, so $2.58. I can't convert it mentally, but it's about 40 something rands. Really, would I not want to hold a lot of tokens of this stuff if this happens? Well, it seems like it's going to happen, right? 10 March this year, 2025, on the 10th of March, it is the deadline for ISO 20022 compliancy. All right, ISO, to go read about it. XRP is already ISO 20022 compliant. XRP is already compliant to that order. Now, what is ISO 20022? ISO 20022 is a global message standardized system of how banks talk to each other. All right. It's a bank-to-bank communication method, not like via email, like money talk, right? Now, it has to be used and it has to be standardized by the 10th of March by all banks globally. All banks are required to start speaking in this language in ISO 20022, which XRP already communicates in. And no one coming to adopt and fix and integrate. That stuff is already the standardized way Ripple communicates. And all banks on the 10th of March have to be aligned to this. All right. So again, that's another pro, right? It's another obvious that, this thing is going to, take off. Looking at your governing chart there, what do you see? Do you see something that's about to give up? I see someone who was hunting and is done hunting right now. All right. Any discount that I see on XRP, any discount that I see on XRP, I'm going to be very abusive. I will break a couple of my rules and increase how much I normally would dollar cost average. Any dips, I'm buying every dip personally, right? But that's just me. That's just crazy me. You've never met me, so why would you listen to a stranger on the internet? Really, grow up, right? So that's it. And then, we could talk all day about XRP. I did a whole presentation that lasted an hour around XRP to our traveling partners. Maybe 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when I was just laying these things out. And I realized I didn't bring this to you guys on the 365 crypto, where you really should have XRP as part of your defensive portfolio. The XRP ledger itself, right, the Ripple blockchain, the actual ledger, right, can handle. Just to give an idea, when we say it's going to be cheaper and faster, I don't think a lot of people actually even know the speed of the different cryptos they have. So I'm going to use 2 or 3 examples. For example, the Ripple, which is XRPL, the Ripple ledger, the Ripple blockchain ledger, right, can handle up to 1,500 transactions per second. 1,500 transactions per second, charging 0.0002 cents. Right? Not 2 cents. No. Like a 20th of a cent. Crazy per transaction. So it can do 1,500 transactions per second at such a cheap fraction. And when you compare it to something like Ethereum, right? Ethereum can handle 30 transactions per second versus 1.5. And Ethereum, or rather Bitcoin, can only handle 7 transactions per second. So XRP is our golden horse to the promised land. XRP is when Moses is getting tired and he can't lead the Israelites on, and then he says, Joshua, take over. All right. XRP is that thing to Bitcoin in the crypto markets, right? It's literally there, right? So imagine your favorite stocks, Apple, Tesla, whatever, Netflix, Nvidia, because it recently had a crash and you want to get into that. Now imagine your favorite stocks trading on blockchain. So forget about buying shares, literally your actual stocks. That's what Ripple will do. Okay, that's what BlackRock has already tested on a couple of assets. It's happening. I'm not creating scenarios in my head. I'm saying this is what the ultra rich are doing. And on this channel, we just want to learn what they're doing a little bit. So to kind of like hop on the ship, right? To better our own living experiences. All right. So moving your stocks to the blockchain, you add that the fact that the blockchain is in a decentralized exchange, which allows people to trade assets directly to each other on a ledger. It literally has been done, this proof of concept, and it is literally been tokenized, right? The first market money fund on XRP ledger is already out, right? So, I'm sorry I forgot to add that in episode 1, but I've told you now, put this up in your defensive portfolio. Rather have 11 good things in there than not have XRP at all, right? Despite whatever everyone is saying, right? So I've done a couple of things with you. I've shown you guys our green bands. I've shown you guys the correlation between when we should get a full crypto winter, compared to where price is. I've shown you that right now on the big trend, we're literally below fair value. Whether it's 3 years, you're looking at 9 years, you're looking at, it don't matter. Whether you're looking at 15 years, it don't matter. All right. So, and obviously, if you look down here, whenever price is very near the lower band, you will always get that accumulation up. So we got to time it and see if price will fall a little bit lower or it'll flutter around this fair value for a while, right? So, I want to talk to you guys today about AI coins because I have been buying these things and I feel like it would be an unfair little secret to keep. So, got a defensive portfolio done. That's from episode 1. From War Room 95, you are thinking about doubling your money. You're thinking about slaving for 10 years to buy yourself 42 years of life based on a statistical model that I built with you from global statistics around life expectancy, zoned all the way into where I am in South Africa, working on my age. I said, do the same calculations for yourself. If you watch War Room 95 on this channel, it's there. Subscribe so you don't miss the stuff. Everything is going to be in order. Every lesson is going to compound in the next video. So don't fall behind, right? So now inside your portfolio with your defensive things, the things that are just falling from the sky, because the world is becoming more digital. It's becoming more digital. We can't ignore this, right? So I really want to get into, or I've been getting into a lot of AI coins, and I'm quite specific. After I do a lot of research around these things, I'm talking about AI agents specifically, because AI agents are going to transform the very idea of how work is done. And if you read any of Karl Marx's books, Das Kapital 1, Das Kapital 2, Das Kapital 3, we recently had to print, because I actually broke the binder of Das Kapital. I don't even know if I can find. Okay, there's volume 1 here. And this is my partner's one. This is how thick Das Kapital is. I don't know if you can see there. Right? Almost 1,000 pages per volume. And there are 3 of them. Now, in these books, or rather in these memoirs, he was analyzing capitalism in 1824. By the way, when Karl Marx wrote this stuff, he was so young. And no, I'm not talking about socialism or communism, but you have to read to understand things for yourself. This man was one of the greatest political economists of his time, our time, and in the future times, in how he mapped the capitalist system, the modus operandi around profit. And one of the things he made clear was that labor workers were at the key. They were at the epicenter of how capitalists make their profits, because without labor, you can't get profits. AI agents are about to revolutionize that stuff. All right. And I'm pretty sure the coins are going to be incredibly profitable. Right. So I am aware of time today, so I'm not going to be doing too much teaching. I'm just going to drop these coins to you. Now, you would know in episode 1 that I said we need Ethereum to do well for altcoin seasons to kickstart. But we also know that we know what Bitcoin is waiting for. We also know that for Bitcoin to do what it needs to do, to help Ethereum do what it needs to do, to help get this altcoin season started the way people want it to start, we need liquidity. We need to reach 516 days. And so until then, do the right thing, right? Look at your charts, read the movement, read the room. But you can see that Ethereum isn't even trying to reach all-time highs, let alone break all-time highs. Ethereum, it couldn't be bothered. I mean, I was in a sell in December, January, all the way into some market data. I think it was NFP that kicked me out, right? And since then, Ethereum has just been trading sideways. She couldn't be bothered. In fact, Ethereum is knocking on heaven's doors. Some of us, when you guys are praying for your portfolio to go up because you've only bought meme coins and now you're seeing flames and you don't have a defensive portfolio, some of us are praying for Ethereum to keep going lower, and it's just that look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Would you trust a daily zone like this? If I've taught you, if you've done my course, link is somewhere there. I can't force you. But if you've gone and got, would you trust a daily zone like this? Is this the type of daily zone you'd bet your lungs on that price is going to go high? 1, 2, 3? If it is good for you, if it is good for some of us have already started loading buy orders at 63,000, 64,000, 65,000, 66,000 on our exchanges. Yes. I want Bitcoin to go up forever. In fact, I'm hoping it continues up until the Bitcoin halving cycle prediction model that I built with you. But I'm not going to miss out on a cheaper Bitcoin, right? I was that guy who was praying and waiting for Bitcoin to hit 12,000. Until today, I have limited orders there. I buy limited orders still waiting up down there, even if it never comes back. But 90 to 80% of order flows get tagged. And there is no way this parabolic structure is going to be ignored. I think it's insane to think that. If it gets ignored, fine. But that means you're putting all your hope on economic activity very close to an all-time high. And that's never worked for anyone, historically speaking. Right, so I was on Ethereum earlier on, and I was saying, look, man, be very careful. The coins I'm about to show you are down, going to stay down because they're waiting for Daddy Ethereum to get up. And Daddy Ethereum is like the dad who really went to go buy milk. And right now, we're not even sure if he's coming back. All right, Ethereum be acting like a nigger right now. We're not sure Ethereum is coming back. Okay, he will come back. I think he just went to the other neighborhood to buy the milk there. It's a long walk. All right. So until then, the game is simple. Accumulate. Right. So I'm saying this because some of you, when you listen to me talk, you're going to then want to come back and say, Leroy, I bought yesterday. It's not going up. Please don't send me those messages. That's just abusive, bro. Number one, this is education content, so I'm not even forcing you to buy it. But number two, understand what I'm saying. Well, this is not happening anytime soon. If you missed the last 2 to 3 cycles, right, fine. But you're not going to catch up now. The coins I'm about to tell you are not even in the top 50. Some of them anyways, not even the top 100. But that's why they are beautiful gems, right? How do you get money to invest in these things? Become a good trader. Become a good swing trader. And then when you become a good swing trader, have a good financial, healthy relationship with money, right? 10% of what you earn is not yours to keep. I used to do a podcast for you guys where I read you all these great books. That's from The Richest Man of Babylon. When you pay yourself, you don't pay yourself with a new car. You pay yourself first by ensuring that you never have to work. So you reinvest your money. You should be paying yourself out of your salary if you earn a salary. If someone borrows you money, 10% of what you borrowed should go. You borrow from the bank to pay for your house, to get a home loan. So if you got granted a home loan today of 2 million rand, 10% of that money should go into an investment as a plan B on the day you can't pay your bond, or on the day that investment can pay your bond 10 times faster. It's quick maths, all right? But yeah, I'm just a guy on YouTube that you barely subscribe to, so what do I know? Right, so I want to talk to you guys about a couple of coins, and most of them are really AI agents. And because they rely on Ethereum, we are waiting for Ethereum to pick up, and then when Ethereum picks up, these babies will start to move. When will that happen? I don't know, and I don't care. This is a long game for me. AI agents are not going anywhere. Now, why AI agents? And I say this in episode, I'm going to say it again. Exchanges, Binance, Coinbase, Bitstep, all these big crypto exchanges get a cut, get money for every trade on their platform. So volume equals good money on Binance and Coinbase, all these exchanges. So if you follow them closely, they will start announcing one by one, hey, this AI agent is now on our platform. That's a signal. I'm terrible on social media. I don't know how to grow. I'm terrible at tweeting. I couldn't tweet to save my life. I just don't have time for that stuff. I don't even know where my phone is right now at this moment. All right. But if you guys are good at that stuff, then you should be following these guys, CBZ, or the Binance guy, Coinbase, because when they list or let you know that they're listing new tokens, it's not for fun. A, accumulation's already long started without you. B, an explosion is about to happen. All right. So volume for these movements will mean the exchanges are interested because they know they're going to make money simply by us trading, buying, and using these tokens on their platform. And so a chunk of that volume is for them. They want us trading these things on their platform. Right. Now, the first 7, when I bought them in Jan, we're kind of under $1. I don't know how much they are now. I don't see why they'd be above $1. Destra network, number one. It's an obvious one, 19 cents. Nobody even in the comment section told me the other day. So I'm going to ask you again in the comment section, bro. You got to tell me because I don't know. How does it feel to have a Leroy in your life? I don't know, bro. I don't have anyone doing this stuff for me. I have to actually go find this stuff. 19 cents. The thing about you is you don't like my I told you so videos. I've noticed the views go down when I come and brag that I told you so a year ago. And I'm not going to stop because I'm telling you so now. Right? There's no time. There's really no time to break down every single asset, class by class, what it does, what it is. This is for your research. Go find out. It's very simple. You Google, you read. It's literally on Coin Market. Destra transforms the conventional Web3, seamless, Read this stuff. It's such a very important thing. Remember, in your defensive portfolio, you already have Solana, which you need because a lot of these things work off them. A lot of these things work off that network, right? But this asset is incredibly cheap right now, right? Let's go to the charts. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show you all of them chart-wise. I do apologize. It always seems like every time I press record, there's something else I need to quickly rush to. But yeah, I've got an account with Gate.io. I've never had any complaints, by the way. But use whatever you want to use. Right. So I'm going to go to the monthly time frame. It never reached $1. Never, ever, ever reached $1, right? The highest it reached, we're ever talking about an all-time high, was here, right? About 54 cents. We're ever talking about where is price right now and what is price doing? We are here. This is for people who want to trade. This is a governing time frame. On the weekly time frame, Meroyov has held its ground for 3 weeks. First time, price came as a bearish engulfing pattern, printed a doji candle. What does that signal, right? Trying to signal a reversal, made contact with the bearish engulfing, so removed some sell orders, accumulated sideways for the next 2 weeks, trying to protect 1, 2 weekly demands. On the daily time frame, there we are. At 19 cents right now and simply holding trade or investment to all-time highs, and I'd get out even a little lower if I was an investor, right? That's 142% on this coin. If I was an investor, if I was a trader, I wouldn't want to be holding past a supply. And I'm talking about short-term investors, like a year, months, weeks. Who knows how long it's going to take to get there, right? I've told you, I'm moving on, bro. I am moving on because of time. My last video, for me, that was my best video, even though I spent a lot telling you guys to double your money. Whether you enjoyed that video or not, that stuff's been in my heart for 2 years. Like, the people don't even know that they should be thinking about this. It used to eat me up at night, that stuff. The stuff I spoke about in War Room 95. I'm so glad that stuff's out of my heart. I was so happy when I got home that day. Oh, there we go. I'm looking for this one. 11 cents. 0x0 AI, 11 cents. 11 cents. It's 11 cents. Got very weird tickers, so that's why I'm doing them one by one on Coin Market in front of you, and then trying to find them on TradeView because it might you might struggle, right? So the smart contract AI, I promise you, the chart don't even look nice. The chart don't even look nice, but I would highly suggest. You make sure you buy some if you want, only if you want. Let's see if I can get a better chart for you. There we go. All-time high. These are cents. Maybe you don't understand cents. So let's come here. This is only beneficial if you stay in South Africa. One token is 2 rand. Does that make sense now? One token, I don't even have 2 rand here. It's 2 rand. If you set up your bank account on your platform to debit order 200 rand a month or 200 rand every 2 weeks, Every time you went out to go get drunk and lose your soul, you calculated 10% of what you're going to spend every Friday and bought this stuff. You would have no choice but to shake my hand the day you bump into me. You really wouldn't. I feel like I'm begging people, man. Let's move on. Let's move on. You saw it, ne? I'm moving on. Gotta go watch under 12 soccer. Man. Parent at your own risk. Right. Paal AI, 17 cents. Remember, these things were doing so well, and then Trump came in, power pulled the market, and now we've got this incredible opportunity. AI agents. I'm just showing you, that's the game this year. This is 5 crypto. If I don't have anything new that I'm buying on Thursday, maybe I'll take the day off and not drop a video. I think that's fair, so that I don't have to be forced to say something. But because I'm already in these things, we definitely have to talk about them. Right, Paal AI, I've already marked the charts because I saw something interesting. My governing demand was tagged and price broke through. All right, so I wouldn't be surprised if I get another drop. I wouldn't be surprised. It might hold, might get an original demand. We'll see how the project goes, all right? But when it first launched, 88 cents. Where it is right now, 17 cents. And where it might go, even 2 cents. That would be beautiful. You don't have to take all of these, by the way. It's just that for me, I won't know which one is the winner. So instead of betting on one horse, because they are so cheap and because I understand my money flow comes from trading. And if I trade and I bank profits, I take my profits out to pay myself. I pay myself this way. I would very much rather, if you ever call me for a deal, you pay me in equity or investment vehicles, because income follows assets. Income follows assets. Income follows assets. No assets, no income. If you don't have assets, you only have your time. By time, you have labor. You're still working by the Karl Marx way in 1824, where you have to use your body, brain, and sweat to make an income. But your body, brain, and sweat get tired, get old, and where you are working, they get more advanced. So rather get assets to generate income for you. But no, you're not here for that. You just want signal. So let's move on. Let's move on. You saw, ne? I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Coach's going to be on the soccer field soon. Let's see how many I can get through. Hash AI, please. This is like for free. At this point, this one is for free. At this point. Right. Once they fix the infrastructure model and they make it. Remember, you could also lose money. Let me talk like that. You actually could lose all your money on all these things. So I'm just showing you where I am in the market. But to me, this, straight after this, actually, I'm going to buy more. This looks for free right now. There we go. Okay, it seems like I've noted something there. Right, could barely break through 1 cent. Barely. This is a baby project, guys. Really new, barely under a year. Literally under a year. But I'm looking at it, very excited to see what happens. Right, ZKL. Come to crypto markets. As long as you see where I find things, because you are going to have to go do your own research. If I do, if there's a burning asset, maybe I'll break down like how I broke down XRP. But right now, I'm just dropping these things so you know what I'm into. It's up to you if you want to do it. If I create a program, please subscribe to, and then I'll send you these things. And no one cares. A few people, but generally speaking, it's like I don't know what you guys want. Right? Read the white paper. Go to their website. Do your own research. But it's 10 cents. I'm telling you what I've bought, what I'm holding, what I'm going to keep dollar cost average to. Right? Hidden supply, smoked it all the way back down, really pushing for $1. You think about coins like Dogecoin that have been trying to go to $1 for years now. And then you get these projects that launch, and in one go in June when AI layer 1 started, basic chat GPT, before DeepSync, before chat GPT, version 3, version 4, version 5, and all these different AIs, these things literally were scraping just under $1, right? Not getting Dogecoin is another big mistake. I mean, they literally named the department behind it that is literally or is claiming they've found a way to reduce inflation. By the way, yesterday's news was crazy. They say they're going to reduce inflation using the Doge agency, like the Elon Musk agency, right? And that's by like wiping out treasury or something weird like that, right? This is what I mean by either Powell's going to move the markets or Trump in his camp, right? But why wouldn't you get into Dogecoin? Because one day the signal is going to be so bullish for that thing, and everything will be set in place. All right. Whether you like Trump or Elon Musk or not has got nothing to do with the stuff that I'm talking about in this channel. I am saying, do you like being broke or do you want to be wealthy? That's the choice we're making here. All right. Right. This is 89 cents. All right. Very, very risky. I don't know where this is going, but I'm in it. I really like it. Vertical AI already gone. This was one of the first beautiful things that paid me well. But maybe it's come back home, right? Vertical AI. Let's quickly get the ticker. Very, very, very good project. This was an obvious one. Like this is what I was saying to you. Once these big network platforms start to pick up on this thing, they will list them, and when they list them, volume goes up. When volume goes up, so under 30 cents, man, you're nowhere close to being late. Like literally. And I would not have time to do this in war room. So please do support the 365 crypto segment, because once I feel like, there's another place I could use in my time, then yeah, I'll do that exactly. But right now, like, this is so important, right? So just no, this is not the right chart. Very tricky to find these things, man. It is wrapped on Ether. So yes. It's this one, right? So just be very careful. It's wrapped with Ethereum, right? So like I said, when Ethereum does that, but look at this. Vertical AI, when I say it took off in Jan, I literally mean it like just shocked me, right? So this was bridge the dollar. So $1 for this coin is no longer something that we pray for or hope for. We know it's possible. It's already done it, right? Right now it's at 30 cents. 30 cents, right? So those are my first 7 AI coins, right? Very, 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 very big. Now, AI agent coins, the bigger coins, the coins that have been established, the coins that are doing well or have done well, even though we're in a down market right now, are the next group. So I'm going to give about 7 or 8 of them, and then I might have to cut it and run. All right. But I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. So the first ones are AI. You can see all of them were under $1. All of them are prime for the market if your risk appetite allows, if you've got money that you're willing to lose forever, and you're not going to blame people that you lost money and you've done your due diligence. I've given you 7 tokens that are for AI are good. Now, AI agents that are much more mature in a bigger narrative right now, the very first one, the obvious one, the one that we didn't even need coercion. We didn't need Leroy to tell us about is Avax, right? This is very simple. It's on Binance, it's on Binomo, it's doing well. I don't even know which chart to use. Let's go with the CoinPens chart. But this is an obvious. When I say mature, I'm talking this thing was almost at 100 and something US dollars per token, per coin, 148, 150, 148, 150. And today you are 24 US dollars. Hello. Do you know what happens in a bull market? Do you know what happens in an altcoin season market? Do you know what these assets want to get back to? I've moved on from high risk, high reward coins, right? I am now in high reward coins with proven projects, which logically to me means high rewards are coming. I don't know who taught you how to read markets. All right. But whoever taught you, if they're not telling you these things, then I don't know who's going to tell you. Right. So I've got one. I accept a drop into that area if it happens. But I know that price is contemplating life right now. Right. And I feel like this demand that I've just highlighted has been broken. Personally speaking, I feel like they could repair it, but this is a gray area. So I'm marking it gray for gray means don't trade, just buy. So buy as an invest. Right, because remember, when we trade, we actually risk stop losses and all that stuff. So we actually lose real money. Right, and then on the weekly time frame, this is acceptable for buying. But even that, they've revisited and broken. Right, so yeah, no, I'm right. Very suspicious. They're doing suspicious things. Right. So this is a very good project. I'm definitely into it. Very strong supply, controlling the powers that be. Supply and demand is the only way I do this kind of stuff. By the way, if you're ever wondering, yes, I do deep research. I'll read every single white paper. That's the job. I do the job. You do the job. I'll read the tape, do the job. But in terms of knowing where to buy, where to sell, when to get out, when to get in, supply and demand is how I do it. Link is in the description. No long story there. So that's Avalanche, right? For me, it's a non-debatable. I own tons of this, and I will continue dollar cost average into it, right? If I was buying it at 130, 110, 120, can you imagine when my favorite car came at a discount and now it's $24? Can you imagine? Remember that example? That's how I think. I don't know how you guys think. That's how I think. Near protocol. These are like proven use value tokens, right? It's already on Coinbase. I want to use Bitstamp because, it's such a beautiful chart to use and I haven't marked it up. Right, Near protocol. Oh, sorry, I didn't show it to you here. I'll show it to you here. Right, so Avalanche is, I didn't show you Avalanche. Hey, right, so now, look at these AI coins. Coin number 717 on that list, right? Very, very much so. So now let's slowly start to see where these bigger coins are. So we've just done Avalanche together. It's at $24. This is number 13. This is number 13. I was telling you to buy coins at 717. I hope you're paying attention. Now this is number 13, right? Market cap there. It's 9 billion. These are established things. They are established. These are established. This is not a debate. Right. The next one. I hope, I don't know, but I hope I'm coming across clear. Right, Near Protocol is what I said. So let's have a look at Near Protocol. It's at $3 today. It's number 31 on our list. Fair market value is at 3.94 billion. It's just under fair market value, 3.7. Doing quite well. Total near supply, it's I like it. I love my Near protocol. I love my Near protocol. If you love it, if you want it, you can buy it. All-time high was roughly about almost $8 to $9. So this was one of those tokens we really thought we were going to get to 10. Never happened. And this is not like 10 years ago, 30 years ago. This is last year. All of this happened within a year. This token was launched in 2022. In 2024, we're already almost going to $10. Remember what I used to say? I used to say, I can literally walk you through a step-by-step program where you can become wealthy in 3 years. And people thought I was crazy. In 2 years' time, how many people are stuck in tokens that barely made it out of $1? These things are doing $2, $3 in 2 years. Avalanche, $134 in 3 years. But it's fine. You won't listen to me until I show you my jet. I don't own a jet, bro. I don't do lifestyle. Man, this world. Anyways, what did King Solomon say? Seek out wisdom, bro. Very, very nice. The cold wallet I'm using for this is really to do with my kids. But anyways, I'll explain that one day. Clean trade. But we'll see where we go. I am aiming for the weekly proximal line, but we'll see. But let me just quickly show it to you on coin market so that you don't think I'm making this stuff up. Right. So this is Bitter, and the ticker is actually TAO, if I'm not mistaken. Bitter. Did I misspell it? TTR. Okay, let me pull in the ticker. I don't know what I'm typing wrong here. TAO, is it not? Or there we go. Bitternsor. Sorry, I apologize. Right, so there it is there, right? Number 37 in the market. All right, number 37 in the market. Yep. Okay. Fair value, $7 billion US. Fair value right now, it's about 3. So it's halfway from its fair value. So I'm guaranteed a 50% uptick right to the upside whenever it wants to go up. Total supply, 8 million. Max supply, 21. Circulating supply 8. What does that mean? Right? Supply and demand traders. The supply cap, we haven't arrived at the supply cap, but one day we will. And when scarcity starts to happen, what is going to happen here? So I have a dedicated core wallet just for my kids for this. Okay, cool. I don't know if you're hearing me. Right, here's the chart there on the governing time frame. I'll show it to you. Unfortunately, some of these charts are marked up because I'm taking active trades, not just buying, right? Clean bullish signal, all-time high, really did well a long time ago, 780 US dollars per token, April last year. And then price came back into that area of confluence value, supply, major turning point, whatever, whichever part of your life journey you're on. Big major supply there sometime in December, Christmas time, breaching off in pattern, and slowly came back into demand that it created in August, right? So it's moving in financial quarters, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. There's always a turn, but that might even be too much info. You might start to short circuit there. So just please back test it for yourself and see what I mean. On the daily time frame, that's what it's looking like, right? So we'll see. Yeah, maybe I'll write down to remember to come back and break even. All right, so I'll break even, but I'm interested to see how well this trade will go. Right. So next one, and by the way, this is token number 11 that I've given you guys. This is token number 11, right? This is literally me being Father Christmas on Tuesday to you on Thursday. All right. Did I mess this up? So maybe I wrote this the way it looked on my Legend wallet, but now what's the correct ticker? AJOZ. Is that not it? I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't mind coming back to it. I don't mind highlighting and coming back to it. Apologies, and maybe I miswrote. It's fine. I'll find it and come back. It's just that I'll have to plug in my cold wallet and it's in the safe in the other room. Okay, cool. Right, Node AI, and I don't know where my phone is. Node AI. So wait, let's make a note. Number 11, I didn't give you. Let's make a note. Need to correct ticker. I'll come back to it. Everything that I buy, I want to tell you, need to correct it. I promise I'll come back to it, right? So this is Node AI. You know what would be fun is if I'm not even sharing my screen, or I have not been sharing my screen. And you would never know it was funny because I'd never post the video because I'd be so embarrassed. Right. So there's Node AI, but let's go to market cap. So you can see for yourself. Right. So once again, you can see we've been dealing with quite established coins, literally in the top, give or take. Most of them being in the top 50. This is number 500, but Node AI is going to do well. Node AI is going to do well, right? Fair market value. This is not even this is what I look for. So sometimes, if there was time, I'll teach you how to filter, right? You have to filter your assets, but this does not even nowhere close to $1 billion market cap. The total supply is almost done, by the way, and we're at about 53 million USD. And could this go up to $1 billion? That's my only question for utility value, right? At 50 million US dollars, could this drive up? And if you learn about the project, you'd want to be willing to be slightly a betting man on this whole thing. All right. So please, up to you, man. I'm just putting it up there. I'm running out of time. I apologize. Ultra AI or Altura. I don't know why I always say Altura. I've been corrected. Altura AI, right? Breaking out of range. This is just supply and demand curve lines. Don't let them confuse you. Let's come here quickly. About 6 cents. Okay. Market cap, nowhere close to $1 billion. Lots of room to grow. About 6 cents, but all-time high, about 18, 19, 17 cents. All right, very clean. This is my, if you've done my course, when we do our buy zone, right? So this is where I went crazy back then, 2022. bought a lot, and this was my kill zone. So I just, anytime price was here, I'll double what I'm buying, and obviously buying low down there, right? But that's just me, right? And if you look at how far we have to go, so all-time high on this leg, and it's not an all-time high. The highest part of the swing is 17 cents, but the actual all-time high, right, it's about 51, 50 something, right? Or somewhere up there, right? 57, right? So this is what I was looking at when I started buying like crazy in 2022, all right? And this is my buy zone, this is my kill zone. So as long as price is in here, I'm not resting, right? And I'm hoping that at some point in time, price will keep dropping and then stop dropping here. And this is within my supply and demand curve. This is where we go ape crazy, right? So this is a, to me, continuation pattern. So I do suspect to get more discount in this asset, right? But yeah, read it up, have a look. Very good, very good, very good. Anyone protocol, the second last asset I am going to give you today. Anyone? I should actually have written down the tick so it's just easier for me. Let's come here. I just can't remember which chart is marked up, but it won't matter. Okay, let's go back first here. So you see it for yourselves, 365. I hope this video has helped you. I hope you know. I hope you understand that, sometimes making money isn't as complicated as it seems. It's just what do you do with what you have? In the Christian faith, they call it a seed, right? Sometimes the seed is not just for the pastor. You have to go give it to the church. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying the seed principle is just that. It's a seed, right? You need to learn how to plant your seed to get a harvest. That's all I'm saying. You need to find assets. You need to find a way to grow what you have, right? Sometimes you have very little, and that very little can do a lot for you if you're patient, you water it, and find good ground. I mean, these are the basic principles, right? Find good ground. What's good ground? We'll find good projects. Do the research. Trust someone who might know what they're talking about with a proven track record. I don't know, right? Whatever your research looks like. All right, N1 protocol, 66 cents, right? Promise you, these AI agents have no choice but to do well when the markets come back up, right? $7 was where this baby was once upon a time, right? I mean, I don't know. When I look at this stuff, I cannot look away. It's like, what? Because I know I'm going to have that moment in my life one day where Bitcoin is now at 23,000, and now I want to buy a full coin. And I was like, where was I, right? My first full Bitcoin coin, the cheapest that I ever got it was about 2,000 and something, like a full one. And then COVID happened and it dropped like 3 point something. And that's what I maximized on as many times as possible until it became too expensive for me and my little pockets that I focus on Ethereum, buying full tokens, right? There's nothing wrong with fractions, but I mean, here's another opportunity where 10 years from now, will you still be alive 10 years from now, right? I did the stats. I told you when the stats think you should die, all right? If you were to change a few bad habits in your life, could you prolong your life? Could you drink water with chia seeds? You get some CMOS into you, a moringa green powder. I have put it in my juice. Could you stop some bad habits that take money away from you? I don't know. It's none of my business. The last token. And I go, and you go. Thank you for watching. I know I rant a lot. Parallel AI. Papi. Man, there's so much money. We just need liquidity. And I didn't even get to the liquidity part of today. Like, listen, about liquidity, look out for China. I brought it up in the war. I'm bringing it up again. Everybody wants a weak dollar. Republicans want a weak dollar because that's what they do. But the whole world globally needs a weak dollar. Once we get a weak dollar, China will start to pull back on that tariffs war. It's a prediction, but I promise it's going to happen. Number one. Number two, when they do that, China is going to create QE. China will do QE. When China does QE, even if other people are doing QE, do you know why we had a crazy run in 2018? Nobody tells you this stuff. China started to stimulate their economy. As long as the banks start to create stimulus, I promise you, China's QE was one of the saving grace for the crypto market in 2017, 2018. All right. And now we're at a situation where we've got a strong dollar, but the Republican effect is in place that I've been teaching for 3 years. Republican effect requires a weak dollar. So as the supply start to take over and not break, but in return, break demands. Want to see weekly demands being broken, daily demands being broken, and that's a process. Could take a year, 2 years, we don't know. But as soon as everything settles, right, and we got a weak dollar in place, everybody's happy. Japan is happy. Europe is happy. Africa is happy. Republicans are happy. They might talk the talk, but a weak dollar is actually also beneficial for the type of policies that Republicans want. Like we need to build more things at home and then export as Americans, make America great. All that nationalist, nonsensical propaganda. That's very, very important for their outlook in the economy. Once we get a weak dollar and the dollar is weak enough, China will QE like in 2017, 2018. I'm not making this up. You just didn't read, so you don't know. I'll show you. I'm going to show you. Right, so look out for that. It's just that I forgot to bring that up at the beginning of the video, and you know those people are gone now. The people watch the video for the first 10 minutes, and they're like, this brew is not dancing for us. He's not dancing, then they went. They're gone. Right, so there's Paal AI, very far in the top 100 list. Very, very far, 16 cents. All right, 16 cents. Fair value, 16 million. Market cap, 16 million. All right, 16 cents. At least I tried. I tried today. I gave you what I thought was good for you. I gave you 15 tokens. So the first 7 are very, very, very slightly risky, but high reward type assets. From assets 8 to 15 minus the one that I missed out, which was number 11. I'll come back to when I find the ticker. These are AI agents with the biggest narrative right now. Number 1, proven projects. Number 2, been around for a while. Number 3, I gave you XRP to add to your defensive portfolios that we built in episode 1. Shake my hand. I'll see you for another Thursday in episode 3. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments. If you didn't like it, tell me why. Why did you not like this video? Right? It can't be because you want to be broke. So if there's something you think I can improve, that is realistic. I get excited, so I talk fast. My videos are long because I know too much. Not like in a very humble way, as in I put in a lot of time, right, to understand this stuff so I can break it down on camera. That's what I mean. All right. Anyways, I'm talking too much. Shake my hand. Thank you so much for watching. I actually really do appreciate you guys. I appreciate you giving me the most precious thing that you have in this lifetime, which is your attention. I really, really don't take this lightly, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just a character. You just have to get used to me. But I do, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you. 365, shake my hand, and we out. Peace.